Hey guys, today I'll be teaching you how to make a penny stove from 2 Coke bottles and a penny, and I need some other things, but right now I'm just going to show it off to you. And right now we're going to boil water in another Coke can, which is, we see you can burn it before, but you can see that it's like a tiki torch going around now, which is pretty cool. So we'll get back to you as soon as the water starts boiling. So we're back and the water's boiling. Just from this, I guess you just gotta trust me on that one because the can is pretty much charred. We had to add this little wind barrier to it because we're in my garage. We're in my garage, and then the wind's picking up a little bit. So since that shows you how good this thing is, it's only been 2 or 3 minutes, so we'll show you how to make it. So what you're going to need for this product is a little nail. This is like a nail you would use for a hook, a super glue, a book, a marker, hammer, pliers, optional, X-Acto knife, or just a regular knife, scissors, and 2 Coke cans. So let's just jump right into it. So what you gotta do first is put all these aside for now, and get your marker and book, and put this right against the book. Get your marker, lay it on the book, and spin the bottle so you get a nice even line like that. And you gotta do it on both books. Both of them same size. Some people say different sizes, but it doesn't really matter. So now you're done with your book and marker. You're going to take these and you're going to cut them down to size. So we'll cut to that when they're cut. So we just cut them down to size. This one's a little rough, so we'll put this one on the inside. So you don't need these anymore. Just toss those to the side. So now you want to figure out which one's going on top and which one's going on the bottom. So we'll make this one go on the bottom. So what you gotta do, get your pliers and grab it just like this and twist just a little bit, and then do it all the way around, and we'll cut back to when we get that finished. So after we curve the edges of this half with the pliers, we're gonna take it off to the side, and we're gonna punch some holes in here. So you need to mark them. Get your marker and start up here and go across and keep going until you have 8 holes, and then in between those 8 holes put more, so it comes to 16. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then in between all those, and make it 16 holes. So then what you're going to do with those 16 marks is get your nail and your pliers, and put the nail in between the pliers like this, so it won't come out if you pull the nail. And get the hammer and put the nail on one of the marks and just punch it in. It should be pretty easy. So you're going to do that with all the 16 marks. It helps if you have 2 people, but you have to do that 16 times. So you can see that hole, but it shouldn't be too bad. So we'll come back when we got all the holes punched. So with all the 16 holes punched in the edge, that's where the flame's gonna come out, but now we gotta mark 5 holes in here. Be careful, it can't be wider than a penny, so you gotta think of that, but it doesn't really matter if you don't punch them yet. So you gotta do one in the center, like that, one on top, one on bottom, like that, and then one there, and one there. So it's going to be like that, and make sure it's not wider than a penny, which it's not. So we're good to punch those holes. It's the same thing to punch those holes. So we'll just cut back to when we got those 5 holes punched. So with these 5 holes punched in the middle, you should be sure it's not wider than a penny. I can't really exactly show you guys, but I guess trust me, it's not wider than a penny. But that's where you're going to pour your fuel and then you're gonna cover it with this so the fire only comes out the edges. So now what we're gonna do is put these two together, the one with the curved edges and the one with regular edges. So let's just put those together, and be sure not to push all the way down because some sides might be bent more than others, but just about like that. So there's a little space between here and here, so you can put some super glue. So we're just like this. Take the cap off and just super glue. That's about it. It's not really that hard. So I'll cut back to you when we're done super gluing. So with both of these super glued together like that, it should be a strong enough bond to be waterproof, or I guess alcohol proof, because we're going to be putting 91% rubbing alcohol in it, or some people use this stuff called HEET, H-E-E-T. It's in like something for cars. I don't even know what it's for. You can buy it like Walmart automotive section. I don't even care about that. But 91% alcohol seems to be working. So we'll get back to you when testing it. So with the new one and the old one, the both will be filled with rubbing alcohol, 91% right here. You're going to put the penny off to the side or even out, and you're just going to dump it in and see if we can get some in there. Just going to pour it in, and it's just going to drain in there. Hopefully if your holes are big enough, it should be a pretty fast process. So we'll cut back to you when we're about to light it. So to get it lit, you put the penny here, and we put a little bit of excess rubbing alcohol here. So it should just light it, and the rubbing alcohol should catch first down here, and to be able to catch all of these. But I'll cut back to you when they're actually lit. So with both of them lit, even though it's a little bit windy right now, but if you had like a wind cover bigger than my longboard here, it would be perfect for, like, we made lunch on it. We had hard-boiled egg and grilled cheese, so it works. The grilled cheese is actually very yummy. So that's the penny stove. Get back to you next time.